Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Lindsay, let's do this. Your Honor, I have Ms.
Oh, sorry.
I can see you.
Okay.
Ms. Siefkin here in the office. As Your Honor may remember, the court set what you, I think, referred to as an accountability date back in April.
Thank you, Mr. Watts. Case is entitled State of Kansas versus Lindsay Siefkin, 2016 CR 652. State of Kansas appears by Assistant Butler County Attorney Brett Sweeney. The defendant, Ms. Siefkin, appears in person and by court-appointed counsel Jim Watts. Also appearing at this time is Intensive Supervision Officer Teresa Stanfield with Community Corrections. This matter does regularly come back before the court this date, as the court withheld disposition at the warrant show cause hearing on April 25th, 2025. At that time, Ms. Siefkin advised that she did have a job paying $24 an hour. The court withheld disposition at that time. The court advising that it would be appropriate to review the defendant's progress and set this matter today at this time. The court is in receipt of a request for revocation of community corrections assignment filed on June 11, 2025, advising that on May 28, 2025, Ms. Stanfield called Jordan Companies, Inc. and spoke to Teresa in HR payroll to verify the defendant's employment. Ms. Stanfield reported that the defendant, Ms. Siefkin, was terminated on March 6, 2025, and that the defendant, Ms. Siefkin, has never notified this intensive supervision officer, Ms. Stanfield, of her termination from her job. And the other matter on the revocation states the defendant has been providing falsified pay stubs to this intensive supervision officer. Proceeding violations of law in Kansas on May 23rd, 2025, the defendant was charged in Sedgwick County District Court, case number 25 CR 1002, with giving a worthless check. The offense date is October 18, 2024. First appearance is June 23rd, 2025 at 10 a.m. The defendant was served with a summons on June 2nd, 2025, and has not notified the ISO of the new felony charges. And any further matters to come before the court at this point, Mr. Sweeney?
Well, Your Honor, in speaking with Ms. Norris, my notes and her notes reflect that we are here for the dispo on the old warrants. But I guess there's still the issue now, given the warrant that was filed 2 days ago of the new warrant. So I guess I would defer to defense and whether or not they want to stipulate to the new warrant. But I do think it's probably pretty relevant, considering that dispo is essentially set over to see what it sounds like, what if any progress had been made towards completion of probation conditions. So with that, I guess I'll defer to my counterpart.
And Mr. Watts?
I guess I'm trying to follow some of that and looking at the matters that I have in front of me. Is there an allegation that since your last hearing on April 25 of this year, that there has since that time been falsified pay stubs? I have a pay stub in front of me from dated today for a time period between, well, pay date was today, from May 18 to May 31 of $1,620 gross pay. Is the allegation that that is a false pay stub? And how do we know that?
And do you wish to take testimony, Mr. Watts?
I guess I would, Your Honor.
And Ms. Stanfield, Mr. Watts has called you as a witness herein. If you'd raise your right hand, I'll administer an oath. You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the cause now in hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
And Mr. Watts, direct examination.
Okay, just so we're talking about the same thing, Teresa, I have in front of me that my client has provided a pay stub with a gross pay of $1,620, pay date today for a pay period between May 18 and May 31. Are we looking at the same pay stub?
I don't have that pay stub, but if it does not have Jordan Companies, Inc. name on that pay stub, then I believe she is falsifying that and creating that pay stub on her own.
Okay, well, I will tell you the pay stub doesn't have the name of the company on it, but based on what do you believe that that pay stub is falsified?
Well, I called on May 28th and called Jordan Companies, and they said she was terminated on March 6th. That would have been the day before our last hearing. And then I noticed a red flag went up for me that every pay stub that I got after that date was just a generic pay stub. She told me that they had changed their payroll system. I had questioned on one pay stub. I noticed that out of the blue, she was changed to salary. And I thought that was odd being a warehouse worker, but I let it slide. But after I found verified that she had been terminated, all the pay stubs that she has provided me are just generic pay stubs that anybody can create online. It does not have the Jordan Company's name on it, their address on it. And I do have pay stubs from Jordan Companies. I sent those to Amber Norse earlier this week, so I don't know if Brett has those. But if she has another job, then maybe they are legit, but she has never notified me of a new job.
I have nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Watts. Cross-examination, Mr. Sweeney.
So did you speak with somebody in HR at Jordan Industries?
Yes, I did. Her name was Teresa.
Okay, and she told you that any pay stubs after March did not come from them?
No, I didn't ask her about pay stubs. I
Okay.
just asked her if she was still employed with their department, and she said no, she was terminated March 6th.
Okay, I don't have anything above and beyond that.
Thank you, Mr. Sweeney.
Could I have a moment, Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Watts.
Okay.
No, yeah, I don't, she's getting her phone. I guess I could say these pay stubs look like the same pay stubs that she created. Oh,
Teresa, you're not on mute.
That's not,
Okay.
it's not my
All right.
goal.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And the court is back on the record, and the record may reflect the presence of the defendant, Ms. Siefkin, along with respective counsel, and Intensive Supervision Officer Teresa Stanfield with Community Corrections. Further announcements to the court, Mr. Watts.
Thank you, Your Honor. I guess a couple of things. I spoke with my client regarding the new case. As Ms. Stanfield noted, this is a summons. This was a law enforcement contact. It's a summons she got in the mail from an incident apparently some point in the past. This was not a new arrest or a new anything other than a summons to appear. My client reports that she in fact is working, that the paycheck that you have received is a printout from her QuickBooks account. She has displayed her both the QuickBooks where she has her checkbooks, her checks going in, and her bank account, which shows the regular deposits. As I'm sure everyone here is aware, no one writes a paycheck anymore, other than perhaps me, because I actually write them by hand. Corporations don't write paychecks. Everything is direct deposited in a bank account. There is no pay stub in the traditional sense. My client would tell the court that in fact she is working, that the paycheck stub that was provided that I've mentioned to the court is in fact a printout from the QuickBooks account and her records from her bank account. If she needs to go through and open her phone, and I've directed her, she needs to do exactly that with Teresa and open her phone, her accounts, and her life, and I mean every bit of it, to Ms. Stamphill to demonstrate that she in fact is keeping this work. That's what she needs to do. But she will tell the court she in fact is working, that paycheck is legitimate. She would deny that that is a fake account and would deny that there's been any new law enforcement contact. There was a summons for an old incident.
Thank you, Mr. Watts. The court has had the opportunity to listen to the statements to date. The court finds that testimony was taken under oath of Ms. Stanfield in regards to the statement by Ms. Siefkin's employer that the defendant was terminated on March 6, 2025. Court notes that Ms. Stanfield has advised that Ms. Siefkin has not notified Community Corrections of her termination from her job. One of the main concerns of the court was with gainful employment by Ms. Siefkin at the April 25 hearing. Subsequently, the court does find Ms. Siefkin to be in violation of the terms and conditions of her probation, and the court does hereby revoke Ms. Siefkin's probation. Court does revoke Ms. Siefkin's probation.
I'm working. I can prove
And
it.
the court does order Ms. Siefkin into custody.
I have my son at home by himself. I have the work phone and the keys that need to be returned. I left coming here for an appointment. Like, I'm working. I can prove it.
Any other matters to come before the court? Mr. Sweeney
No, Your Honor.
and Ms. Stanfield
I can prove it.
No, Your Honor.
and Mr. Watts.
I can prove it all. If this happens, I will lose my job. I
Well,
will lose my house and all of that and my kids. My son is at home, like, but I
It's
have,
already happened.
I have a job.
The
Uh,
court,
I've had a gainful employment since you've asked me, and I have worked every day.
court
Every day.
finds nothing further to come before the court. Court is in recess. The court has ordered court security to meet Ms. Siefkin at Mr. Watts's office.
Can I get arrangements for my son? He's at my house alone. He's 11. And I do have a work phone and keys that need to be returned.
You have to call somebody right now. Have somebody picking up.
Like, I'm working, Your Honor.
Court
have to-
allows the telephone call at this time.
Call somebody, have somebody picking up.
Court is in recess.
Mr. Watt, I have a job.
I don't know whether you do or not.
I do. I have a job. I have a work phone.
Lindsay,
I have keys. I'm getting paid in my account. Like I'm working. I've been doing everything that they've asked me. Therapy, working 40+ hours a week. Taking care of my family, taking care of what I'm supposed to be doing.
we've had this conversation before.